Do your legs feel weaker than they used to? Do you find yourself holding on to walls or furniture for balance, just in case your knees buckle again? Maybe you've noticed it's getting harder to stand up from a chair or climb a few stairs without your legs trembling. And then come the nights. The kind where you're jolted awake by a cramp so sharp it takes your breath away. It feels like your calf is turning into a rock, your toes are curling on their own, and all you can do is wait, helpless, for it to pass. If this sounds familiar, you are not alone. And no, it's not just a part of aging that you have to accept. These are signs, warnings, messages from your body that something's missing, and you deserve to know what that is. Today, we're going to uncover the top 7 vitamins your legs are quietly begging for. And once you understand how each of them works, you'll be better equipped to walk stronger, longer, and live free from the fear of sudden cramps and leg pain. Let's begin. First, let's understand why this happens in the first place. As we grow older, our muscles naturally lose strength. This process, known as sarcopenia, begins as early as our 30s but accelerates in later decades. Add to that a decrease in physical activity, circulation issues, and the body's reduced ability to absorb key nutrients, and it's no wonder our legs start to suffer. But what many people don't realize is that these problems are not inevitable. Muscle loss, cramping, numbness, fatigue, so much of this is preventable, or at the very least, manageable. And in many cases, the first step toward relief is not another pill for pain, but better nutrition. Let's walk through 7 of the most powerful vitamins and minerals for your legs. Each of them plays a vital role in either muscle strength, nerve health, or blood flow, the 3 pillars of lower body mobility. We begin with a familiar one, vitamin D. You might think of it as the sunshine vitamin, but it's so much more than that. Vitamin D acts like a key that unlocks the body's ability to absorb calcium. Without it, your bones become brittle, but more importantly for your legs, your muscles become weaker and less coordinated. Low levels of vitamin D have been directly linked to increased falls, especially in older adults. Your legs may feel heavy. You may lose balance more easily. And when night falls, low vitamin D can increase the risk of painful muscle cramps. Unfortunately, this is one of the most common deficiencies among seniors, especially for those who spend most of their time indoors. Even if you eat well, you might not be getting enough. You can boost your vitamin D naturally by spending 15 to 30 minutes a day in the sun, exposing your arms and legs when possible. Foods like salmon, sardines, fortified milk, and egg yolks also help. If you take a supplement, choose vitamin D3 and take it with a meal that includes some fat. It won't absorb well otherwise. Next, let's talk about a quiet hero, magnesium. Have you ever felt your leg muscles twitch on their own? Or experience spasms just as you're trying to relax in bed? That's often magnesium deficiency in action. Magnesium helps regulate how your muscles contract and relax. Think of it as the conductor of your muscular symphony. Without enough magnesium, the signals get crossed, and your muscles seize up in pain. This is particularly common in older adults. As we age, our bodies absorb magnesium less efficiently. Medications like diuretics or proton pump inhibitors can also flush it out or block it. Foods rich in magnesium include leafy greens like spinach and Swiss chard, pumpkin seeds, black beans, almonds, and even a little dark chocolate. If you're choosing a supplement, magnesium citrate or glycinate are often gentler on the stomach than magnesium oxide. Many people notice a significant reduction in leg cramps once they start correcting a magnesium deficiency, especially when it's paired with hydration. Now let's move on to one that's essential for your nerves, vitamin B12. This vitamin plays a major role in keeping your nerve endings healthy. When B12 levels drop, your legs might start to feel numb, tingly, or weak. You might feel unsteady, like your feet don't quite know where they are on the floor. That's because B12 helps maintain the protective sheath around your nerves. When it breaks down, communication between your brain and your muscles starts to falter. B12 is mostly found in animal products like meat, eggs, and dairy. It's also added to some cereals and nutritional yeasts. But here's the problem. Even if you're eating enough, you might not be absorbing enough. Many older adults have decreased stomach acid or take medications like antacids or metformin, which block B12 absorption. If you're experiencing leg weakness, loss of coordination, or strange nerve sensations, it's worth getting your B12 levels tested. Injections or high-dose oral supplements can often bring levels back up, sometimes reversing symptoms completely. Next up is one that doesn't get enough attention: vitamin E. Vitamin E is a powerful antioxidant, which means it helps protect your muscles and blood vessels from damage caused by oxidative stress. Over time, free radicals from poor diet, pollution, or even medications can wear down muscle cells and blood vessels. Vitamin E helps fight that. When you're low on it, your muscles can become more prone to fatigue and damage. Some people with low vitamin E experience difficulty walking or muscle pain, especially in the legs. Circulation can also suffer. You can find it in foods like sunflower seeds, almonds, hazelnuts, spinach, and avocados. But be cautious when choosing supplements. Many over-the-counter multivitamins use synthetic vitamin E, labeled as D-alpha tocopherol, which the body doesn't use as effectively. Look for D-alpha tocopherol, the natural form. Now, let's talk about a mineral that's all about balance: potassium. Your muscles and nerves need potassium to communicate. It helps regulate muscle contractions and heart rhythm. Low potassium is a major cause of cramps, especially when combined with dehydration. Some signs of low potassium include leg cramps, muscle weakness, irregular heartbeat, and extreme fatigue. You might be losing potassium more than you realize. Diuretics, which are often prescribed for high blood pressure, flush potassium out. So can sweating during the summer or even just not drinking enough water throughout the day. Potassium-rich foods include bananas, sweet potatoes, beans, oranges, apricots, and spinach. You don't need to overdo it, but be sure to include at least one good source of potassium in your meals daily. We're now at one of the most misunderstood nutrients: calcium, but with a twist. Most people think of calcium just for bone health. And while that's true, calcium is also vital for muscle contractions. Your muscles need a precise balance of calcium to contract and then relax. But here's the thing: calcium should never act alone. If you take calcium supplements without enough magnesium, you might actually experience more cramps, not less.
Why?
Because calcium stimulates muscle contraction, and magnesium relaxes it. Without magnesium, calcium gets the upper hand, and your muscles stay tight. That's why pairing calcium-rich foods like dairy, tofu, or fortified plant milks with magnesium-rich foods is so important. If you're taking a supplement, make sure it includes both. And keep your dosage moderate. More isn't better, balance is key. Now let's talk about the final vitamin on our list: vitamin B6, also known as pyridoxine. B6 plays a critical role in the nervous system. It helps transmit messages between your brain and your muscles. Without enough B6, nerves can become irritated, leading to numbness, tingling, or even burning sensations in the legs. It also helps the body produce neurotransmitters like serotonin and dopamine, which influence pain perception and muscle coordination. You'll find B6 in foods like tuna, turkey, chicken breast, bananas, and fortified grains. Many muscle support supplements pair B6 with magnesium for good reason. They work together to keep nerves and muscles in sync. If your legs feel fatigued even after short walks, or you notice a kind of heavy, dragging sensation, low B6 may be a factor worth exploring. Before we wrap up, let's talk about one bonus tip that ties all of this together: hydration. Even if you're getting every vitamin and mineral your body needs, if you're not drinking enough water, you're still at risk for cramps and fatigue. Our bodies are over 60% water, and muscles rely on fluid to contract and recover. If you're even mildly dehydrated, your muscles are more likely to seize up, and your blood flow slows down. Medications, especially blood pressure pills, can cause fluid loss. So can hot weather, or simply not feeling thirsty. By the time you feel thirsty, you're often already behind. Aim for 6 to 8 cups of water a day, more if you're active or it's hot outside. If you sweat a lot or take medications that deplete electrolytes, consider adding a small glass of an electrolyte drink or even just a pinch of sea salt to your water. So let's recap the 7 essential nutrients your legs are crying out for. Vitamin D, for strength, balance, and fall prevention. Magnesium, for relaxation and cramp relief. Vitamin B12, for nerve health and coordination. Vitamin E, for muscle protection and circulation. Potassium, for nerve signals and muscle balance. Calcium, with magnesium, for muscle contraction and bone strength. Vitamin B6 for nerve communication and fatigue recovery. And don't forget, hydration is the foundation that supports them all. Start with real food. Your body recognizes and absorbs nutrients from whole foods more efficiently than from most pills. But if you have trouble eating enough, or if lab tests show deficiencies, supplements can be incredibly helpful, especially when chosen wisely. You don't have to accept weakness or pain as your new normal. Your legs carry you through life. They deserve care, support, and nourishment. And so do you. If this helped you, please give it a like and share it with someone else who's been quietly suffering with leg cramps, weakness, or fatigue. You never know whose life you might improve. And don't forget to subscribe for more science-backed, senior-focused wellness tips, because staying strong isn't just about age, it's about action. Stay steady. Stay strong. Your best steps are still ahead.